What's up everyone and welcome to The Capsule. We are back with another episode with a couple of absolutely fantastic special guests. We have the Neffah twins in the household.
Hey, hi.
And we have a crime to solve today. We have a crime to solve today. That's the first and foremost thing that we're going to talk about. There's been a theft.
It's not the first one, actually.
The tea is coming out. Okay, so there's been a string of robberies in the neighborhood. We are here to solve the issue. So, Sevdaliza is someone that I don't know much about.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay.
I think from you guys, maybe the first time I kind of actually looked up her music.
Yeah, okay.
With all due respect, no offense if she listens. But also no respect because stop stealing stuff. But so break down what happened. What's the story?
Yeah. Do you want to start? No. Okay. Okay. The story begins last year.
I like this intro.
Yeah. No, it was last year. We always did a lot of TikToks, and we saw I heard a snippet of the song because on TikTok she didn't release the song yet. Okay. It was the Alibi song.
Okay.
For those who don't know, and I said to my sister, "Yeah, let's do a simple dance on it, like a simple turn, and because that's we love the song. The snippets. So yeah, we love the song. And actually, when she saw our dance started to blow up, she released the song and she commented on our TikTok video release on and we went in the States also because when we were in France we started to do the dance, but it was not that working on TikTok. Right. Yeah. But since we landed in the States, it started to blow up and people recognized us on the street. So
you did what?
We posted this challenge on our socials on our TikTok.
But
TikTok.
when you say you put it on in the States.
No, when we went in the States.
Physically.
You went in the States physically, and we saw the change. Being in the States and posting from the States was
they were more on the radar of American audience.
And in total, we posted 15 videos. People started to hate us because they were like, "No, stop! I can't with you guys."
It was the same challenge in different places.
Yeah. We posted 15 times, and we generated in total 200 million views. And since Spotify is linked to TikTok, it counts as a stream.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
And so the streams started when she released the song, because before it was a snippet, but she released the song fast. So
because it's working.
Yeah. And people use the original songs. When sometimes you do the challenge on the remix or thing like that, it doesn't work as a stream because it's not the official song.
Yeah.
And I want to say that she DM'd me on Instagram before anything else, saying thank you to us and stuff like that. So I really appreciate, first of all, having a message and stuff. But keep going. But so it blows up. A lot of other girls make I think a girl did 100 million views with the challenge.
Just on one post.
Yeah, just on one. And we got kind of stole because nobody knows it was us. Even in France, media started to do content because Isolt is a French artist, and since the song it's now on a Hot Billboard 100. It was on the Billboard 100. So she entered as a French artist, the Hot Billboard 100, thanks to this song. Yeah, it was. And
who did?
Isolt. Yeah, Isolt. It's a featuring between Pablo Vittar, Sevdaliza, and Isolt. There are three artists.
Yeah. So right. So the French artist of the three got on the
Billboard 100.
Billboard 100.
Yeah.
Because of the song, because of the stream, because of the dance.
Yeah. And it was a kind of record because it was maybe 70 years or things. Yeah, it was a long time ago. A French singer didn't enter the Billboard 100.
Okay.
So French media did a lot of content on it without knowing it was French people that did the challenge. But also because a lot of people was doing the trend without crediting. So that's why we kind of being lost into the wave of the challenge. And also because the artists, the three of them, and also only Sevdaliza was doing the trend on her account and was doing the trend on stage without any asking of us and without any credit.
Live show.
Yeah.
So wait, so it was part of the choreography of the show?
Yeah, but we cannot. The problem with that challenge is it's not a choreography because there is only one movement. It's like a turn. You turn around. It's like a waist movement and you turn around. So that's why we couldn't really say she stole our choreography, but she's kind of stole the trend because there is a difference between choreography and a trend.
Sure.
It's like we create one movement on this song and this is our trend. And people are saying, yeah, but she didn't start anything because it's not a choreography, it's just one move. Yeah. But sometimes the simple thing is hard to do.
Yeah, but there's so many examples of that on TikTok of like doing like the renegade or like the whoa, and it's one move, but it's a move that somebody made and you made it to that song.
Yeah. So that's why we don't talk about choreography, because choreography is multiple movements.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but we talk trends with this, and she was doing it on stage and on her social account, and she was doing ads with it,
which isn't an accident.
Yeah, of course it's not, because she DM'd my sis on IG, so she knows it's us, because otherwise we wouldn't receive any.
But also the thing that I'm seeing there also is if it's unless she was doing it in the spur of the moment on stage, someone's choreographed that part into the full show.
But I don't think we don't know about that, but for the first part, because there is 2 parts of Alibi. There is Alibi Part 1, Alibi Part 2, she released after that. And for the Part 2, there is a choreographer. But for the Part 1, I don't think this is just her singing on stage and doing our trends during the chorus.
Okay.
This is not a choreographed show from what we know. So and then we met, like when we were in LA, we met Mary Poppins. She's a proper incredible dancer, if you see that. And then when we came back in France, she was like in New York doing acting classes, and then she went on Times Square and she saw us on the big billboard.
She saw you guys on the billboard.
Okay. And their label, because I don't know if she has a label or not.
I don't know as well.
Sevdaliza.
I think she's independent now.
Okay.
So I think she screenshot like the best song, like the best challenge. Yeah. And she did a kind of editing version, and she put the edits on with our face. Yeah, on Times Square. So she screenshot our TikTok without asking us.
Yeah.
And doing ads with it.
Yeah.
So it's like a montage of like different all the people doing that challenge.
Yeah.
With your
with
one
us.
and
all the people.
Yeah,
that doing our trend too.
On a billboard in Times Square.
Yeah. It is like 2 billboard like facing a building like this. It was one people on TikTok, and the other side is her face with Alibi, Spotify, streaming on Spotify. Yeah.
Okay. And then
Mary went on it.
Yeah.
She like record the billboard and sent to us like, do you know, girl?
Yeah.
You are on Times Square. And we were like,
so first of all, we are so happy because we were like, a trend can go that far.
It was 2 reactions. Yeah. Wait a minute.
He's like, we're on Times Square. Yeah. We're on Times Square.
Where?
You're like, Times Square, my bank account.
Yeah.
Something, I'm missing something. I don't know.
Missing. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So on the billboard, was there like any acknowledgement of you guys, or were you just put on as one of the people?
Yeah. It was like a picture, like a video, and it was just saying trending on TikTok. Of course, it's trending was the biggest trends at that time. At that time. And
so,
we were
no
not
credit for us and no credit for the trend. So just
and also for all the people that were on the billboard as well. There were like
no names.
No names.
Yeah.
Crazy. And I think the thing that's difficult is like legally what the answer would be, because it's like if it's on TikTok and she uses it from TikTok, it's like, or what would be worse is if TikTok did a deal with her.
Yeah.
And they said if TikTok gave the permission to her,
but
to use their content, but it's actually you know what I mean? It's like
But that's why when we talked about it we talked about the situation with other people, we realized that since we put out some content on TikTok is worldwide, so we cannot go with French legacy going to the States, French laws, about
French
copyright, in the States, because it's totally different
and I think on the TikTok stuff, I think when you put some videos on TikTok, you don't really own the rights at 100%.
Like once you put
the platforms also own the rights. I think
that's the danger also with TikTok,
and that proves that we don't really know what our rights is on that that kind of platform. And the platform didn't really protect any of the content on it. So
but I think that's such a hard thing with artists, where it's like, especially dancers, it happens to the most. It's like there's a difference between the legal line and then the moral. It's like legally, okay, fine. Legally, you can do that.
Yeah.
Morally, you know you shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But in the business, I think the moral doesn't really exist anymore.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like, I wonder even, obviously it's her face.
Yeah.
Or Beyonce's face or whoever it is. But it's like, how much goes actually through them? Like, she's probably sitting there going, what billboard in Times Square? I don't know. Like, her marketing team probably did.
But it's not the case for her because I think she's independent, so she runs her thing, and she completely like succeeded with the releasing of Alibi because she didn't really put any marketing advertisement on any creators, because some labels pay creators on TikTok to do dance or create dance. This is a big business.
This is a big business.
So
the Apple dance of Charlie XX, the labels was doing a lot of
I have heard
a lot of
and that's why it works, you know. But for Alibi it was organic because it was only us, you know.
So what's the thing for you guys is like, what's your incentive to create a challenge if you're not being paid, especially now that you've got like a lot of followers? Are you kind of like, oh, we could do a challenge on this new song because we like it and we would get good views on it, but sometimes if they're not going to pay,
but there is two things. Sometimes we love the artist and we know that if our trends blows up, it's a really good way to get in touch with the artist, because with Instagram, like now it's almost impossible to reach the artist. Even now the DM are blocked or things like that. They don't even see. And we have a good example with Alicia Keys, because we posted like we did a project on Falling, her songs, and we posted on Instagram and it was like 4K views. It was, and when we blew up, I said to my sister, okay, let's like post. And she saw it on TikTok. We didn't even mention her.
Wow.
So it's a really, really good way to measure like and
reach out to the artists with our stuff.
So it's a bit of a faith thing in a way, like you're like, we're going to do this, they're going to see it. Let's hope they're a good person and they reach out and want to work together.
So it's a good way to get in touch with artists we like. And the second thing, sometimes we do that for fun and we know like people are going to enjoy it.
But now we think about it without before doing it. Because sometimes we know it's gonna pop up. So we think about it.
A lot.
I guess like also it's like, you know, you have that with photographers, video. It's like, you know, there might be this has happened so many times that like a photographer will go to a concert, take pictures of the artist like Drake or someone, and then post it and tag them, and then they repost without crediting, and it's just like, oh, this is a sick concert picture, but it's like, well, you could have put the person on and then it's like, technically, this is the whole thing, it's like, technically if you take it from Instagram and post it on your Instagram, is that anything legally wrong with that?
But now there is a new function on Instagram when you can credit the original creator of it. We have a lot of reposts on our long 1 minute piece of dance, and people are just reposting, but we are...
Is it the remix thing, or is that something else?
No, it's not a remix. It's like a remix. It's under like the people, like the username. You have like from the original content of...
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a new, I don't know, in France with comment dit mise à jour?
Update.
Updates, from an update of the app, we have that. So
okay.
But IG are always better to protect like people's content. But from TikTok, since the policy is like we engage, like the thing is we support content creators that redo the stuff. So they don't really care about crediting. They don't really
because
care
the concept of trend is doing
someone else.
Others, So that's hard.
But even it happens to us once again with Don Omar. You know, Don Omar is a huge artist in South America.
You know, this is the soundtrack of Fast and Furious. Uno, dos, tres.
It's like it's a big, and we did a trend, like we did our same move we did on Alibi and blows up again.
We wanted to.
But people love this one move.
Because we wanted to see people kept asking us to do Alibi again. So, but we were like, okay, there's enough of Alibi. So we tried to do the move with another reggaeton song to see if it was the song or the move. But it is the move.
And Don Omar did the same thing. He did like a video montage of everyone without crediting us. Yeah, it's the same because
it's the move. It's the curse of the move. Every time you do that move,
it's the curse of the move. Yeah, but it's okay with us. We are so used to now. We're like, it's the game. We know when we do that it probably like go into the atmosphere without our name on the challenge.
And did you like say for the Sevdaliza thing or that one? Did you see a big growth in your socials or not really?
Oh, Alibi, yes.
Okay.
We took 500Ks with one challenge. So
500K followers.
Okay. No, not money. Not money.
No, I didn't know if you meant views or followers. No,
followers. Yeah, followers. So it was big, but we sometimes like did other challenge and we didn't really grow as much in followers, but our opportunities were way bigger. Like
interesting.
Because since Alibi, there is not our name on it. A lot of people don't know it's us.
Yeah.
So that's why we didn't get the opportunities.
Yeah. For example, we did like a challenge on New Woman, the Lisa and Rosalia song. And since the artist did our challenge on her both account, their socials, and they tagged us. So we had like a kind of like labels, music labels coming into us for dance challenge and stuff.
Sick.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, since they know it's us, we have more.
Yeah.
So that's why we try to fight and explain to people they have to credit because.
But people were not understanding that. There were like people saying, "Do you want a featuring on the song or something?" For not being like credit. We were like, "No, it's not normal," and people were like, "Yeah, but do you want Sevdaliza to feature you on the song?" It was like, no, it's not what we are saying. You know?
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think there was that thing on Jimmy Fallon. Did you see that? Where Charlie, what's her name?
Charlie XX?
No, D'Amelio.
Yeah.
She went on Jimmy Fallon, this is a while ago, and did like, they did this segment where it was like, he held up names of different dances and she did all the dances.
I've seen this clip, I think, on TikTok.
So it's like she's doing the dances and there's like, oh, the Whoa, the Renegade, and he's just like taking the thing and she's doing it.
Yeah.
And they didn't credit like any of the people who made it. They just, she did it, right?
Yeah.
And then it went crazy on TikTok and on Insta and like, everyone was like, this is horrible, blah, blah, blah. And then the next week, the next episode, he actually had all of those people on the show.
Oh, so cool.
Really?
It was really like to kind of make up for it. Like he did, I think some of them, they did Zoom or like online, but he kind of interviewed each one like, so you made up the Renegade, like tell us about it. So that was a nice like fix.
Moves. Yeah.
But it is like, it does happen a lot that people would like take shit.
Yeah.
But talk to me about the way the TikTok thing works with the music industry, because I think a lot of people don't know about that. Obviously, you don't have to share personal things. So hypothetically,
no, we were just looking at each other. Who explained?
Okay.
So I think a lot of people don't know, but music labels now work a lot with TikTok because TikTok challenge now, since TikTok is linked with Spotify, this generated a lot of streams.
I didn't know that part.
So that's why now it's close linked also with the charts, the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
Because when some is trending on TikTok, since it's
gonna
linked,
chart.
Yeah, it's gonna chart. So that's why they understood that and they pay a lot of creators to start challenge or keep doing the challenge.
And they are doing that not because to sometimes generate a lot of views, and since one views is one stream, I think it's generate a lot.
So I think that's why it was
Qu'est-ce que tu voulais dire?
Je sais plus. Je sais pas quoi dire d'autre.
Okay, and for that, that's why we can see like sometimes we know like the music label gonna pay creators to when we see like some songs released.
It's coming.
We know. So that's why we are not doing the trend. We are waiting, and sometimes we are right. We're not
because since we so it happens for Tyla, Push to Start Dance.
I feel like Tyler, that's like her whole thing is TikTok.
And we did a remix. We did a trend on the remix, but it was not like people keep doing a dance from Zoe.
She's a TikToker, Zoe Baptiste. She created the trend like on Tyla's song.
Push to Start. So we tried to do another one, and since we did another one, the labels do not want to pay us to do the official dance.
But the thing is, the viewer is really tricked on that, because since it's not a product placement, music is not considered as a product placement. We're not forced to put exactly. So that's why people think, this music is charting, but sometimes like for Apple, I think they're really totally manipulated the views, because they paid so much creators, they had a huge marketing budget, so it's kind of like false to chart Apple that's high just because people are like get paid to do that.
And I guess it's like the way trends work in a way, it's not guaranteed, I guess, that like, okay, if you do a trend, it's not even with all your followers, it's not guaranteed it's gonna go. But if it's like, I mean, this is the thing, it's like, let's say I listen to a lot of like music podcasts, for example, like Joe Budden's podcast, like all of those type of things. There's like 5 that I listen to, for example. And if all 5 of those, I trust all of them because I listen to them every week. I'm like, if all 5 of them say, yo, Tyler the Creator's new album is sick. Tyler the Creator, and then I listen to it again. And I'm like, all I've heard this week is how sick this album is. Let me go check it out. And then I'm also, because art is like subjective, I'm also primed to like it. Because I'm like, all the people that I look up to and listen to, all these experts, love this album. Cool. And then if I found out they're all being paid to say they like it, now it's an issue. You know what I mean? So I guess it's the same with TikTok, where it's like, it's not guaranteed that your trend is going to go, but if I love your account, their account, like, you know, 10 different accounts, and all I see is my favorite cool people doing that trend, it's like, all right, I'll jump on and do one. You know what I mean?
Your inconscious, like the unconscious part of your brain is kind of manipulated to like it. Yeah, of course.
This happens to me all the time with shoes. Like, I don't know if you guys have this. Like, sometimes I see a pair of shoes, like when they're released, or like the announcement for them, and I'm like, they are trash. Then I see like celebrities or like cool people that I look up to, or like fashion pages wearing them with like a sick outfit, and I'm like, maybe they are cool. Maybe I was bugging at first. Like, actually, and then the more I'm like, maybe I should get a pair. And it's like, I didn't like them.
That's
like,
influence marketing. Exactly.
That's why I think nowadays it's more powerful than, you know, big campaigns and stuff, because if you don't like the way that it's the styling is like the way it's
presented, the way it's presented to you,
you will not.
And so many people are saying like to us, like, oh, every time you dance on a song, you make me like the song. And it's proof that dance sometimes make you like the song. And even us in classes, sometimes I go to some classes and I hear the song and the choreographer make me like the song. But when I just watch the clip of the class and I hear the song again, I was like, if it didn't dance on the song, I would not like the song.
We were at Beyond the Moves, not this year, but the year before. Do you remember the choreography piece that was on Company by Melvito?
No, we didn't. We were like only there for the battle.
Okay, I show you the song, but like, if you know, do you know that song? Oh, by the way, guys, Sophia's in the house. We love Sophia. Good old Sophia. This song, basically, I don't know if you heard this one. I can't play too much of it. I'll play clips.
Okay. Oh, I like it.
Such a good song. Okay. I can't play more than that because I will get copyright. Anyway, the first time I had never heard that song, but one of the choreo people, I forget her name, I'm so sorry, but at Beyond the Moves, did her piece to just that song. And like, even before it came on, like, I don't know if you know Kevin, he's the videographer from Beyond the Moves. Like, when it started, he was like, you're gonna love this song. And then like, they did the piece and it's really nice. And like, since then I love that song, but because it's like linked with like that weekend in Paris, the choreography, like,
of course.
And it's so true. Like, there's music videos that I love. Oh, I love the song because it reminds me of the music video or the dance or whatever. It's so true that it's so, like, it's super powerful. Like, not only the dance, but like how you first experience that, and all the things. Like, for example, if I'm someone that follows you guys and like loves your stuff and like everything, like, I like the way, I mean, this is all true, I do like the way you dress and stuff, but you know, if I thought you dressed well, no, but you know what I mean, if I'm someone that's like younger and impressionable and I'm like, oh, I love the way they dress, I love what they do, and then you dance to a song, it's like, all of that is like,
it's a
now imprinted with the song, you know what I mean?
It's like, I heard that sentence, I loved it. It like, you never forget how people or art make you feel. And that's what you were saying with the first impression on the song. And sometimes it can be the reverse, because if I like a song and I don't like the music video and I like I was thinking about that. I watch for the first time, I'm gonna be like, oh no, I don't like it. And sometimes in like few like months later, I hear the song, only the song, I'm like, oh, I like this song. But the visual was so bad for me that I didn't like the song.
Sometimes I have it based on who shows me the song. Someone shows me it and I'm like, I don't like that person anymore, fuck that song. Or like, I was gonna like that song, but because you said it to me, I don't want to listen to it.
That's so true. So you're so emotional with the things.
But I even have that with like movies and TV shows. Like, I don't know if you guys have this, right? I'm really like like, this is like a different topic, but like, I reject if somebody tells me you have to watch the show, now I'm not watching it. Like, have you not had that? No?
It depends on who said that.
For me, it's almost anyone, even if I love them. It's like, if you tell me, oh, you need to watch that show, I'm like, well, now I'm not gonna watch it for sure. Like, I want to, I don't know why, like, I want to discover the show on my own. Like, I want it to be my special thing, you know what I mean? like sometimes it's like, okay, like, I'm bored at home, like, nobody, like, there's a show that like I never even heard of or whatever, I put it on and I have like a connection with the show now. It's like, oh, it's like this thing that I'm discovering, but then it's like, you know, like, at the moment I'm trying to fight it with Severance. Sophia, you watch Severance? Okay, cool. but it's like, yeah, but so many people told me like, watch Severance, and I was like, fuck you, I'm not watching it. But now I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna try and watch it, but I have to like really get over that emotional like, I want it to be my special thing, you know? Like even with songs, I'm like that. Like,
but it's the same thing for choreographers. Sometimes when I don't it's not I don't like choreographers, but when some people I don't really like their style, I don't really like their choreography, do a song I wanted to choreograph, I swear I'm not gonna choreograph it. I'm like, nope, I don't want to be associated with something like that. So sometimes it can be like make you love something or make you hate something. Dance is really powerful, and I think people and artists understood it, because when you watch like 5 years ago, and there was not a lot of dancers on tour, and there were not a lot of dancers on live shows, and now like every artist are like trying to implement more dance into their shows.
And hopes it blows up on TikTok.
True.
It's crazy that stuff. But that's really interesting what you said about the influencer marketing and it like not being counted as product placement. That's I think really interesting. Because
because technically it's not a product and it's not a service as well. You know, it's art. Dance is art. So.
They are playing with words, but it's a product placement.
But it's like, imagine if like every like if I have like the Evian something and I'm a famous podcast, it's a product placement. You know? And imagine if now every podcast you see has Evian, like you would know, they paid them. But when it's a song,
when it's a trend, sometimes there is organic trend, but nowadays there is not a lot of organic trends.
Interesting.
All the things we launch or we created, it's organic. We're not paid, but when we redo some stuff, sometimes we get paid to do that. And the labels or the agency like that run this campaign, say to us, don't say collaboration.
Don't say, because we are not like forced to do it in a legal point. So and they know if we say,
it won't seem as organic.
That's
crazy.
Like wow. But because before in France we are so like
everything is for influence marketing. Everything is very like
strict.
We have to do, even when we do a stories for a product, like we have to say it's gifting or we have to say it's services.
They are very strict with that now. So,
That's crazy. Okay, what's up, everyone? We're going to take a super quick break because we've got a very important event to tell you about. The old friend Sophia is back.
I'm not old.
She's an old. If you're a capsule listener, she's old. Sophia is back in the house to tell us about Just Taboo UK, which is happening
on Sunday, 16th of February, as well as Monday, 17th of February. So on the Sunday, we will have the normal battles. It's 2v2 in locking, hip-hop, popping, and house. The tickets online are sold out, so if you didn't get one, you missed out. There will be 35 tickets available at the door on the day, so I would recommend being there as early as possible. We open the doors at 10 o'clock. And on the Monday 17th, we will have workshops where the free judges in hip-hop, popping, and locking, and we will have special guest Tijo for house.
Nice.
So make sure these tickets are still available online, so you can buy them.
Where is the Monday? Same place?
Stanley Arts,
Stanley Arts, cool. And the tickets are available for the workshop still?
Online,
For the event is only 35 on the door. So you have to get there early, line up, camp outside the night before. That's for spectators or for battlers?
So we will prioritize battlers, but if you're a spectator, you can still give it a try.
Cool. Amazing. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Cool. We will be filming, so expect all the videos of the battles up pronto following the event, and can't wait to see everyone there. Catch you there, and let's get back to the episode. And so for people also that don't know, because I've spoken to you guys a little bit, I've spoken to my friends like Dennis and Isaac and the MIK boys. Like I've spoken to them a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes. But for people that don't know, I think it's really interesting of like, what is the model of like how people make money on TikTok? Because I think there's especially older people are a bit like above my generation even are like a bit like, oh, what is this? They're just dancing in front of a camera all day. And it's like, but you don't know the money that's coming in or the opportunities that come in. So for us that are just seeing you guys doing like even just doing that hip move in front of the camera, it's like, how do we go from that to like making a living? Like what's the
it's interesting
as much as you can.
It's interesting. It's interesting for us because we are kind of not the one that are making a lot of money from TikTok, because we are doing short content, and under 1 minute we're not earning money from views. Like TikTok is like the beta content. It's like 1 minute and more.
Yeah.
You earn money like from the views.
From the views, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Even if we are doing like a 1 minute content, we don't have a lot of money from it since our audience is mostly American. And our TikTok account is based in France.
Yeah.
The views, the American views is not paid.
The same. It's like it's called RPM. I think. It's like the amount. It's like a ratio.
View,
per view. And according the time spent that viewer gonna watch the videos, you're gonna earn more or less. So honestly, like we are not, I think, making like more than 50 euros. For one video, like people, you hear crazy numbers, but maybe for Americans or for some French people that have a French audience, you can earn a lot from the beta content. But for us, not really.
Yeah.
And the only money we can earn from TikTok is like product placement or like labels paying us to do some promotion.
And that would be, don't tell me what you can't tell me, but like that would be like, they would just give you a fee. And it's like, here's the one fee, do the thing, and if it blows up, it blows up. So that doesn't change depending on how many views.
No, and that's why we think it's not fair.
Yeah.
And so many people is living well from that, but since also we are two, and there is a
one account, so we split into.
Yeah. And since it's very, irregular, that's why it's not fair, because when it blows up, their artist is getting a lot of streams, so a lot of money as well. So that's why we think this needs an adjustment, but we wanted to negotiate with label, because now we have an agent that helped us to manage that collaborations part, except like for TikTok especially. But we wanted to negotiate things like for example, like a fee for videos, and then a percentage for amount of views. Because otherwise it's not really cool. Like it's not really fair. Yeah, because if we like do something and do like 10K views, we're gonna like win. But if it like blows up or something, we're losing a lot.
And I mean that's the thing with even like normal contracts, like I mean you might get like a buyout to do a music video or something, but there's stipulations of like, but only for European use, only for 1 year. You can't just say like, if you're gonna say we can use this video as much as we want forevermore, it's like okay cool, but you gotta pay me a lot more for that versus a short only for 1 month, only in London, but so then with all of the other stuff you do, is there a lot of like secondary business? So it's like you might not make as much on the TikTok views themselves, but because you have a big following, then you might get to do other things that then they pay you.
It doesn't really happen a lot. For the sound promotion business, is like based really on the views you make per month and your following.
So the only thing we have to do is keep the view going. Make sure that we have some demands for.
But as like when our view like dropped, our rates go down as well.
Right.
So our money really depends on the view we are doing per month.
Right.
And for the product placement, sometimes we get like to have some cool opportunities because we have a huge following. But once again, because our audience is not based in France, we don't really like. Some people have less followers than us on TikTok and like do way more than us, like work with way more brands. Like it really depends on the type of content you do and where your audience is based.
So
for us it's very unstable.
So for you guys as like professionals, if you don't mind me asking this, where do you, if you had like a chart like that, like where do you see like the most of your income coming in from, or like where's the most of the opportunities coming from?
TikTok is the first one now, but
TikTok,
it's very recent. Instagram was the first one.
Okay.
Dance job is the second one, and the third is modeling job.
And those ones are like not like the dancer jobs and the modeling jobs are not because people have seen you on TikTok. That's because of what you built in those things.
For the modeling job, since we have an agency, it's like not really influenced by that at all.
Okay.
But the brands are always influenced because they prefer like taking a model that have a following that doesn't. But for the rest, like all the opportunities we have, like it's mainly because we do cool stuff on Instagram or we are followed by a few people. But I think TikTok now is more than half of our income.
Okay, interesting.
But it depends. Sometimes on a month we do like on IG or modeling stuff, or it change. But it's very irregular. Like it changed. A lot.
Okay, interesting. And one thing that like I think is when we first spoke, maybe it was like one of the first couple of times we spoke that I really liked about you guys was that you were saying that like you got big on TikTok and then went to train.
You want to talk about? No, it's not on TikTok. It's not on TikTok is on IG.
On IG. Okay,
Yeah.
can you tell? Because
Yeah.
I love this story. I think it's like it really says a lot about you guys.
Yes. So she it's always about a video who blow out.
Yeah. When during COVID-19, after it was in 2021, I think.
IG launched Reels.
When they wanted to kind of compete with TikTok. Yeah, they launched trends like Reels, and then we started for fun to dance outside, and because we were in internship, we did a fashion school, and we were supposed to find internships, but we didn't. Both of us,
and work also to pay our school. You know? But everything was on hold.
Yeah, so we were like, okay, we're gonna do for 2 months, summer. What we love, that means dance.
Just have fun.
Yeah, just have fun.
But we didn't dance and took any dance class.
You weren't dancers. You just wanted to have fun.
We were learning choreos on YouTube, but we are really, really bad. We didn't know what popping was. And it was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And we learned... I have to say what dance it is. We learned Dynamite from BTS.
Okay.
This dance,
funky,
and it was the dance it was the record when they launched on YouTube. It was the highest videos that goes 100 million views in less than 24 hours, or I don't know, I think that. So the fact that IG launched Reels and
this song was popping on YouTube.
Our videos hit 25 million views on IG. It was really really rare. And then we're like, oh my god. She didn't want me to post it.
Yeah, I was it's we don't know how to dance. Don't post that.
And we were just having fun, and people were commenting on our outfit because we were at fashion school. You know, our really
strong visual appearance was the point.
And then I was like, okay, we're gonna do another one. 19 million views, and then I think it was bots, honestly, because I took only 60K followers on IG. Is not a lot for 25 million views.
I wouldn't know.
And then for 1 year we kept posting one video per day while going at school all week and while having a student job.
And when this video popped out and we keep posting videos to see what leads us where, we're like, okay, we might have some opportunities from dance or just other opportunities, and we don't know how to dance. So
but the opportunities didn't come yet.
No, it's 6 months later,
a year later.
When we said, okay, we need to post one video a day, keep going at school because it's not over yet, and going to our student job, we're like, now we're gonna learn how to dance on top of that schedules.
Okay.
So we took classes, learn about dance history in schools, and we always liked hip hop, so we went into hip hop,
and we started freestyle. 1 year after that.
1 year after.
And that was our cheat code, because I don't think with only choreo class we will have this level. After 5 years.
Because we were focused on foundation, and foundation were really kept us our technique get better really quick since learning all the choreography, and we didn't know what classes to take in a choreo. So we learned hip hop, and we kept going this, posting one year, and IG came to us, Instagram came to meet us because they saw on the stats we were posting one video per day, and thanks to that we were in a top 10 creators in Europe, and we did some crazy stuff with IG.
We did the Cannes festival film because they were
So it was the golden era of IG for us. They supported us a lot.
You just kept you hit the right moment.
And we kept going. We're even if it's gonna be tough schedules, we're gonna keep going.
And that's why also IG was the main, because since they were pushing us so much, and we had so many advices from them that brands can see us.
They taught you as well.
And brands wanted also, I think, to be affiliated to us because we were also top 10 creators, meta creators.
It was a Meta Creator of Tomorrow. It was the program.
Right.
But we had, if we can do a shout out, an amazing Meta
talent manager.
Talent manager. Yeah, she was doing a lot for us,
and she believed in us so much that she really, really support what we.
That's nice.
That was. Cool.
I don't think if it was not her, we'll have all
that experience. Of course. Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
And. Yeah, I just think the idea that you guys got big, because I think it's so easy I think it speaks about your character. You know?
Okay.
I think there's a lot of people that would get big and be
cool, everything is done.
More of that. But you guys were we actually want to be good at this thing that we're getting known for, which I think is super cool. And I mean, I know you're French, so it's kind of like part of the scene there is to do freestyle stuff.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, you're from Paris, like originally.
No, we are from the east
of France.
But you live in Paris.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went for a fashion school like 5 years ago.
So at this time when it started, you were in Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, Paris is like one of the hardest places in the world to do freestyle.
Yeah.
Even more if you already have like a follow. You might be like me, I would be like, why the fuck I need to do this shit? Like,
you know what I mean? All the time. That's what we like last year when we kept going for like a battle because we wanted to be good at it and stuff like that. It was hard because the level is really high. Yeah. We're like, but why we are keep doing this? But we know like we need, because when it builds up our experience, because we knew like we cannot have like got booked on jobs without any experience.
Sure.
So we wanted to push ourselves on an uncomfortable zone so we can learn more and stuff.
And I think freestyle was for me personally the thing that I was so scared of. Not freestyle but battles. So I was like, since I'm still scared of it, I will do it. Because I don't want to just do my dance journey with being scared of something. So it's more, battles is more personal challenge.
Challenge. Yeah.
But I think it's good also in a way of like, I mean, maybe you guys don't need it. I feel like maybe I would. But like, it's like to kind of balance out the ego side of like, okay, I'm on TikTok and everyone's like, you're so awesome and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then it's like, I go to a battle and then some 14-year-old's like, I don't care who you are, I'm going to smoke you. And I'm like, all right, I needed that.
Like, but it kept us on earth, like down to earth. Yeah. And I think like being able to do the both, it make us realize that the internet stuff is very like ephemeral. It can just sometimes on our live people are saying the hype is gone because of the alibi challenge. Our hype was so high, and I was like, we know, that's why we keep being consistent on the real stuff. Real thing.
I think this is one of the things that like I'm sure he won't mind me sharing this, but like Dennis told me about the MIK stuff. He was saying, which I might have already said this on the podcast, but it's like he said one day, that a lot of their energy that this is a few years ago, that they were putting into was like building real sustainable stuff, like whether that's businesses, whether that's like their skill sets, whatever, because he's like, the internet stuff is like that. So he's like, if and when that goes, we want to still have a career and we want to still be okay for a long term. We're not just riding this wave and then when it crashes, we have nothing, So I was like, I really like that kind of thing of like, okay, we're getting all this, whatever. But like, let's think reasonably and long term.
True.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, it's really easy to think, oh, that's my moment. That's okay. And some people ask us sometimes on live again, like, oh, did your life change since the alibi challenge? I'm like, no, do not be impressed by numbers, because sometimes numbers is really huge, but our life, it's kind of the same,
Yeah, it's kind of the same.
And I bet you guys probably have a lot of examples of people that have a lot of followers, but like aren't making money, aren't getting any, you know what I mean? Like,
it depends what you talk about on their socials as well. Some French influencers are complaining because they're not really invited to events or be gifted by brands, but they are talking about like politics or anything like that. And it's really unfair, but sometimes you can have a huge amount of following, but if you don't know how to monetize your thing or how to create business.
And that's the choice you have to make.
Yeah, of course.
And if your topic also is not marketable, it's like, you can have reach, you can have followers, but nowadays, like, since also in France the influence marketing and area is like very strict by laws. Brands make money on you if they know they're gonna have
return. It's, for example, on IG we stopped doing trends. Because before, like when we were Meta Creator of Tomorrow, it was like a big section. It was like food, dance, fashion and stuff. And now dance section is gone. It's not the main. So the algorithm is not pushing dance too much. So we were like, okay, maybe we need to put more fashion, because we are into fashion, but we're not posting a lot. And we are making dance, but only our piece, the thing we choreograph and stuff, but no trends anymore, because it do not really brings us anything anymore. And we don't like making it on Instagram as well. So we try to have a strategy for each platform for that reason. Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay. And the other thing, I guess, is like, what you said about it being two of you as opposed to being one creator, because I guess you guys are like seen as a package.
Yeah. Not all the time, but
on IG is different because we have two different
separate
accounts. And
true. Yeah. But you don't have a collab account. I was looking yesterday.
No.
You don't have like, I thought you would have the two and then
Yeah,
you didn't think about that?
Yeah, we thought about it, but we were like, okay, it's hard enough to just be there on TikTok, keep training, keep doing our dance stuff, and keep posting on IG. Yeah,
and we didn't want it to create an account to put twins. We find it so cringe. If we didn't really create that account on TikTok, we wouldn't have changed. Yeah. I don't really like the twins.
So, like you don't like the branding.
Yeah, the branding of like every twins people on the world like are creating pages. Their name
is the twins. Yeah.
And I don't really like that. So even for the branding, we really like on Instagram keeping our account separate to have our identity.
Yeah.
The little we have.
I was gonna say, like, what's that like? Like, I mean, what's it like being twins? But, like, kind of like, especially like, not only what's it like being twins, but like that being part of your brand. Because also now it's like, I mean, it's how much you guys want to share about this, but it's like that means you also guys. Your sisters, you grew up together, but you have to work together now. You travel together,
we dance together, we eat together. Yeah. But for example, she had to bleach her eyebrows for a shoot
so
this week.
Tomorrow.
So yesterday I was like, should I bleach my eyebrows or not? And I'm like, for the branding, I have to bleach my eyebrows.
But wait, it's only you that got...
only me.
Okay.
And I was... and I was like, I cannot, like, I put my sister's face in the mirror, like, we are too different. And I'm like, I have to bleach it. And sometimes, like in 2021, we have like bleach
I think I saw a picture.
I wanted to take it off, and she didn't want it. But since I took off, it was way too different. So
we know there is couple sacrifice to make if we want to use our image to work with brands and stuff. So we are keeping the branding as much as we can.
But how does that work? Like, for example, if you got booked for this job, how does that work? Like, why did they, like, do you have a relationship? How does that work?
It's only a model job.
It's a model job.
Yeah.
But is it like they just needed one person, so they were like...
Yeah, because we always ask to be represented as a duo because we want to do stuff together and stuff. This is the first time I accept because, it's a great shoot, but normally we prefer to just keep doing everything
and when the brief is not like twins, sometimes the brand choose one.
Yeah, we have like visuals when we were together, but sometimes the brand can say, I just want this one.
Oh, okay.
Because on the picture, we don't have the same energy at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
We don't have, like, we look like each other, but our energies, energy is totally different. So when the brand is more feminine, or sometimes she gonna book it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends.
And
it depends.
do you guys have like, I guess like, because also the thing is, like, I'm even thinking it's lucky that you guys still both love dance. Like, what if one of you is like, I want to be a doctor?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
I want to play soccer.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's like I thought. I was just like, but I was born with a twin sister. So
what can I do to?
That's for a reason. So I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. And we always like couple things, but when we were little, we didn't like things that were common.
The same.
The same.
Yeah, but we always like dance.
Dance and music and artistic stuff.
Yeah.
So when we grew up, we were like, okay, we might do a career together because we like the same thing, and it's completely stupid that you go your way and I'm going my way and we do the same thing.
We can't make the use of it.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do fashion, but since she wanted also and liked also a lot fashion, we were like, okay, let's do fashion school, and since we can create our own thing, maybe a brand in fashion. And that was the thing, like the main thing was,
and dance came into that, like almost like I don't know where it came, but we always liked dancing. But like I said, the fact that we didn't find an internship, we just realized that maybe.
I've never like said to myself, I will pursue a dance career.
Yeah, you just
This is the life like leads us there, but I don't think I will have the courage also to do it because I know it's hard and not a lot of people can make a great living from that.
It's more like you saw the opportunity and But do you guys have you ever, I don't know, like, do you guys have like long talks between you of like, okay, how do you feel about the journey? How do I feel? Should we do, like, you know what I mean?
We have long talks every time.
To like make sure you're still on the same page with stuff.
Yeah, of course. I think we have a whiteboard.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a whiteboard.
And we brainstorm for everything, like strategy and stuff like that. The project we want to do with which brands and stuff like that. But sometimes we're not agreeing on stuff, but it's like details. We always we have the chance, like for now we're on the same page. You do a lot of sacrifice to be on the same page as me.
I was like looking at her like, say it.
We're always on the same.
Say it. But also I'm also more business oriented than her.
Okay.
So when I see a thing I feel it's not right, and she was like, yeah, but we have to keep doing it. For example, the trend on the reels.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to do that because I know it brings us a lot, but since I saw like IG was our IG era was like a bit done. I was like, stop doing keep doing the thing and just comment tu es souris? Stop like I don't know how we say this. It's a French expression. Stop sleeping on the trend. It's gone though. Like and I was like saying to my sister, we need to be more creative because I also wanted to do and post more creative stuff, and she kept wanting to do it, and I felt like we lost 2 years.
Yeah.
We kind of disagree on things, but generally like we are kind of agree. You know, like, when you want to go to Japan, I also want to go to Japan. You know what I mean?
But like you guys would like maybe disagree, but it's not in a way of like you able to talk and figure it out and get on the same page.
That's good. We're able to communicate and argue, and sometimes like I say, okay, you agree, I agree, you're right, and stuff like that. We are not struggling with communication and stuff. That's why I think we are able to pursue a career.
Even it's like, okay, if I'm going to work with someone like that closely, that's already a lot. Like if I was going to travel as much as you guys are together, work with someone, it's like, this is a big commitment. Now I have to like, do you guys live together?
Yeah, we have.
Like living together, working together. Like, okay, you can't even go home for family dinner. Like you're there too.
True. We have like, I would say no life, but because like we don't have a lot of social time, a lot of family time, because our like life is our career in the same time. So we're putting a lot of energy to it, both. So we know like it's a time where we need to be focused. And sacrifice a little bit of that time.
Yeah.
So we're totally okay with that. But I feel like also making adjustments every month almost to make sure that we are on the right path. The objective out there, and when we don't see result, we always like talk to
adjust.
Fair. Okay, wait, so let's first talk about the PSG stuff, because I find that really cool and interesting, and especially because you wanted to do soccer. So what is this deal?
Actually, we like started to work with Nike last year. Like they invite us to some events, gift us, like they're really, really cool, generous and cool with us. And Nike Paris, because there is Nike Global and Nike Paris is different. And we like started working with them, and then they invited us at a match. Like you were there. You were there. Yeah, it was a really cool match. It was really cool.
That was crazy. Just so people know, we went to see a PSG game. I'm not really into football.
Okay.
And Joe wanted, I don't know if I told you this, guys. No, maybe we did.
Yeah.
Joe Priest, who's a videographer who people that listen to the pod will know him. Yeah. He's a football guy. So we were in Paris and he was like, we got to go see a PSG game, blah, blah. We had like not the worst day, but like we ended up riding back. It was like pouring rain that day, remember? We rode back like 30 minutes in the pouring rain. It was cold. So we got back and I was like dead. And we were both like grumpy, lying on the hotel beds, like just soaked. Like it was horrible. And then we almost didn't go to the game. We were like, should we buy tickets and go to this PSG game? Or should we go? There was a nightclub, something like Sons of Wind were doing a party, I think. We were like, should we go to that? Or should we just stay in the hotel, order food, like be warm, And I was so grumpy. I was like, I don't want to go to a fucking football game. Like I already don't really care about football. Like, And then I was like, who's it even against? It was against Rennes, I think.
Rennes. And
it was like not a championship game or something. Anyway, so I was like so grumpy about it. Joe was like, I want to go, but also I kind of could do with staying home, whatever. We're so grumpy. Grumpy. We like went through like so many options. Should we do this? Oh, maybe we should do this. Okay, let's do this, whatever. Then we're like, all right, you know what? Screw it. Let's go to the game. So this is like 30 minutes before the game started. We decided or something. It was like really like an hour before, really close to the thing. Like we have to, if we're going, we have to leave now. So we're like, fuck it. Okay, let's go. So we got up, had a shower, went to the thing, go in. And like, also the thing is, because it wasn't like a big game, we were like, what if we go, we're outside and it's cold and it's boring. Like, you know what I mean? There was like 5 goals. Like one of them was disallowed. One of them was a penalty.
It was a mess.
It was like so much happened. Like it was, and we ended up having like such a sick time. But it was like, we didn't expect, I think our expectations were low. We ended up having such a good time. I ended up being like, that was so cool to
That was sick. And we started doing this with Nike. And then Nike and PSG is 2 different things. Nike are like sponsoring, I think. The PSG.
Isn't it Jordan that's...
It's Jordan, but Jordan is a part of Nike.
Sure.
So now we are working with Jordan, Nike, but Jordan, Nike is two different vibe, but it's the same. The same,
umbrella.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, umbrella.
And PSG is a different like brand.
Okay.
And they're also like running like for judo. You know, it's a big brand. It's not only football. When we think about PSG, we think only about the football, but this is a huge thing also,
complex sports.
And and because they were like wanting to promote more the girl, the woman, the feminine football, and like not less the guys, but the feminine football need more like support. And since it was like kind of the classical woman, because Lyon and PSG are like big opponents
in the women's,
in the women's team. Yeah. And we were invited to a dinner at PSG to like meet a couple of the women's player and meet like the people that like work at PSG as well. So we kind of like, it felt so weird because I was just like, okay, we're gonna help promoting the women's football. And I was playing as well. So the problem, the struggle they have, I was feeling so like, how I can say
connected to it?
Connected to it, yeah. And
because that's why also the problem they have, you know, the not enough support to from
that's
media
why that's why I quit kind of the soccer, and now I'm ending up promoting what's still a problem.
So that's a full circle
moment. So it was cool.
Yeah, that's why even me, I was a bit concerned because she was doing it and she didn't want it to do it because it was like not enough for the effort. I was like, it's so cool now we have the opportunity to help and to talk about it and promote it and stuff. So cool. And I feel like it's important for us to also be a part of that because, you know, we were a couple influencer. There were like people that only do football content,
right?
And other mainly women's. And I think it's so cool we are here because we are dancing. But it's not because we are dancing that we cannot be a part of this. And she's the director, you know, the woman that we talked with, Michelle, she's so nice, and she explained to us that seeing a football game, women's football, it's less expensive than going to the cinema.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at PSG. And this is crazy. When she told me this, I was just like, wow. People are just not aware that there is also football playing, like women playing football. Yeah. So it was really cool. So now we are like, I think January, every week we were at Parc des Princes, seeing match and stuff like that.
And being part of it also, it's as a dancer and artist, it was like so. We're so grateful of it because we're like, okay, we can use also our platform
to talk about things that matters as well.
So what's the, like, how do you work with them? Like, what kind of things do you do to help?
It's only collaboration. We don't have money to promote anything. It's only collaboration. They invite us to some event, invite us to the game. And we are talking about that. But it's like almost, even if they don't invite us, I would go and support that, you know.
But it's more like
it's more like
publicizing that you're there.
I
think it's more like a relationship.
We're not really talking about us going to the match, but more there is a match happening and women's, and we're gonna go. So if people like can go, it's a good thing. But when she said like it's less expensive than cinema, I was like, it's not about the money at all. It's just about like going to see it.
It's about knowing and
but
that's
it's
amazing.
It's a relationship. We're working with them.
Yeah, that's the thing we like also to do thanks to our socials.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice.
That's so cool. Honestly.
I when I saw the thing, I was like, I'm buying a jersey tomorrow. I haven't bought it yet, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, they sent also cool jersey. Like,
we have like since we were starting like going to PSG, like 3 jersey, like the new one, the Jordan with the wings on it. They're really
they have some nice stuff.
Yeah, they're really really cool.
Yeah.
So this is the gift, the good part of doing what we do. Like sometimes he's doing stuff like opposite of the dance thing.
Yeah.
But it's so cool.
But since you played football before, it's like
it's not comment on dit hasard.
Oh really?
A what?
Is
hazard? Oh, hazard.
Hazard. Yeah. It's like it's meant to be. It's like meant to be. Yeah.
Sick. Okay, so guys, this is a segment that we do and we are now going to do more often called Dancers React. We have the wonderful Neffah twins in the place, although you just said you don't like being called the Neffah twins.
It's okay. We don't have other names, so for now it's okay.
And so we are going to react to a music video that I didn't realize these two were. Look how excited they are, guys. This is Lady Gaga's Abracadabra video. And yeah, we're going to watch it. We're not going to say anything because every time I watch a music video and I talk during it, you guys cuss me out. But yeah, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I haven't seen this. Oh, I need to shut up.
Alejandro.
The category is dance or die.
I can't die for this. Face card. Yeah. She's back. Yeah, she's back. Our mother is back. Oh, the movement is so good. Yeah. Oh my god. The direction is so sick. Oh, Oni. Yeah, Oni Balenciaga's there. Oh, yeah. The set is crazy. This chorus? Wow. I love this one. The choreo. Choose the road on the west side as the dust flies. Oh yeah. Watch it burn. Don't waste time on feeling. This Australian dancer? Yeah. Wow.
I love this.
Oh no. This garment is like. I think this is my favorite. Scene. Yeah.
The costumes.
Yeah. And the way it's shot.
Yeah.
The color grading as well.
Yeah. Hey.
This is
cool.
This is cool. The movement direction is real. The choreography and movement direction. Oh. Applause mine. The lighting. Yeah. Oh wow.
It's like a whole Hollywood film.
Yeah. This is really shot like a movie.
Yeah.
She always serving us like movies and music videos. Oh wow. Yes. This is Alejandro music video. I think this is from it. she's her own reference.
So what did you think?
Oh my god.
We're not objective because we are little monsters.
Yeah, since we're really young, like
Really?
Yeah. I think we have like like our mother lived our father and mother lived separately, and our grandmother too. So every place we went, like when we were little, like every place there were an album of Lady Gaga.
Really?
The Fame Monster.
The Lutz version.
Yeah.
In our grandma's house, dad's house, and mom's
Yeah.
That's so
We're
funny.
so addicted. Like really, we are so fan.
And we know all the reference she put in this music video because there is the Alejandro music videos.
Yeah.
The first shot is the
Like-
expo of the
Yeah.
first shot.
There
and
is-
also when the thing blew up, when
The
she entered
smoke,
the smoke. This is from
A-Plus, yeah.
Yeah,
There is
music
Born
video.
This Way. There is so many references that she like did.
Incorporate
Yeah.
this one.
Really?
Yeah, old music video she did. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so cool. But if we can shout out the work that's been done, because the focus is the dance on the music video. I really like it. And Paris did.
Yeah, Paris did
The movement direction and the choreography are really, so I think everybody gonna agree with me. But
And I really like the fact that dance is the main point of it.
yeah.
And the storyline is very like dance or die. So that's why I think she's screaming because she cannot stop dancing.
Yeah.
The storyline
I
is
see.
that.
Yeah.
And also everything is very Paris Global, the stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I was gonna say when I saw this is like that's probably one of the more impressive things I've seen from Paris, because one of my criticisms of Paris, maybe people are going to disagree with this. One of my criticisms is that a lot of her stuff feels like Paris. Like no matter who she's with,
That's true.
it's her stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, also I'm a bit like not biased, but it's like I've seen her a lot with like Sierra, Rihanna. And it's like, of course it has that identity.
Yeah.
But it's less pop music that
Yeah.
everything she does in the past is less.
Exactly. And I think what's cool with this is like, it's obviously her, but it feels, I mean, obviously they work together, but it feels more like tailored to the artist than
true.
showing off her typical stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When we watched the thing, I was like, oh, maybe she's not alone, because it feels more jazzy, street jazz.
Exactly.
Because Brian Friedman is another dancer.
Yeah.
The
But
one
he's
that,
not credited as...
no, but
we thought it was the assistant because everything looked very Brand Friedman.
True.
Yeah. And I was like, no, she did the most of the choreography alone, but I think she was more able to adapt her craft to Lady Gaga.
Well, apparently, like on the credits, it's that they did it together. Lady Gaga and...
Brian Friedman?
and Paris.
And Paris,
That they did it together. So
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
that's Lady Gaga's strong artistic influence.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
she's also... it's probably both. It's probably Paris being better at working with her.
True.
But it's also Lady Gaga's probably like, I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
I know who I am.
Yeah.
We're doing this, you know?
Yeah. I think also Lady Gaga is from New York, and the dancing in New York is very like jazzy and Broadway style. So that's why also they they did together, or she is adapting also the movement direction on not only the choreo, because the choreo, when there is choreo part, we can see it's Paris. The side when the cameras turn.
That's very
very Paris.
Even the like above angle from the side with like seeing all the dancers on the floor, that's such a Paris shot. All her concept videos like that. Like
All other stuff feels like movement direction to me. So this thing is very impressive because we didn't see a lot of movement direction from her, but a lot of choreography.
Yeah, it's two different things. And I think the result is also like really like amazing, because she also directed with Lady Gaga, like as you said. And I think it's really better when the choreograph is not only choreographing but also directing, because there is a way to film dance. And artists forget about this a lot. And the fact that she's also like movement directing and directing, we can see on the visuals. Like it's really like the way it's shot. Like it's way more like the dance is really
it works better.
Yeah.
And I think also it's like part of. It's not just choreographing. Is not just. I mean, we were talking about this with TikTok, but like choreographing isn't just making up moves. It's making up moves for a certain medium,
context. Context.
Exactly. So like if I'm making up moves for a battle, for a theater, for a TV, it's like I'm going to make them differently. So if like a move isn't just in isolation, it's with the thing. So if you're not directing, you might think, oh, this is a close-up. They film it wide and it looks like shit. But it's like, because I wasn't made for that. You know what I mean? It was made for a close-up shot or whatever.
So, and even for TikTok, we understood it when we started like making like TikTok for just that format, short. And we started like dancing full format. We're like, oh my God, it's not looking good at all. So when we think the movement, we know it's going to be shoot full frame, full body, or just cropped.
And we can see it's Paris directing also because since I watched the behind the scene from the Super Bowl, we can see the framing.
Yeah, she's doing framing.
She's thought of it. Yeah, it's intentional.
It's intentional. So and it looks good, like far when it's far close and stuff. So,
But you know what's crazy is like, I mean, obviously it's Paris and she's had a lot of chance to prove herself. But how we know as dancers how hard it is to get to the point where someone like Lady Gaga trusts you to direct her video with her as a dancer. Like,
that's crazy.
We could be in the thing like, hey, could we maybe have 3 dancers instead of 2? And they're like, no. And it's let alone, okay, here's what I want to do with the camera angles. It's like, it really speaks to like how trusted Paris is in that space, you know?
But in this case, the fact that we can see like a lot of dancers, because there is a lot of dancers, it's a really like a really good way. But the choreography is not also like done, you know, when they're around, when they're doing this. And the fact that this is like a dance battle, is really shot like a movie, and I really like it because sometimes when we do like dance scene, it's only like the artist in front, you know, and the dancers like the background. And I really like the way that the dancers are not the background; they are like a part of the music video.
It's literally what you guys were saying earlier, that like more artists are like trying to include dance and incorporate. Like this is such a great example of that.
True.
It's like you can. I mean, this is another conversation maybe, but like, whether it's people like Paris who grew the strength of the dance, or if people like Paris are big because dance has got more pop. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like who caused it?
But we talked about it like last week. We were like, Paris, I think for me is the very like good exception, an example that she can make a challenge, blew out on TikTok with real and hard dance, because what she does is hard, and everything like the Super Bowl with Rihanna, I think. Without the Paris choreo and arrangement, I think it will not have this impact on people and TikTok. So, and that is the thing with also Lady Gaga. They do a contest with MasterCard. So, and I think people will do it because it's Paris.
Yeah, but also there is also an artist that accept to be kind of a little bit on the side. Like, for example, Rihanna, the fact that she was pregnant, she was not able to dance a lot. So Paris had a lot of space to put the dancer forward. And that's also like the thing. When the artist accept not to be in the main spot, in the full front. So, but the fact that she has a strong identity anyway, even if the artist is like in the full like front row, we can only see the dancer as 2. You know. So but I think she's the one that bring the dancers in the front. You know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
One last topic I wanted to talk to you guys about before you go, because you kind of were alluding to it just then, is like, if you had to give tips for people to like, how do you choreograph a good like TikTok challenge?
Okay.
Because I would say my thought from the outside first, and then you tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Because we were saying about Paris and like the Super Bowl with Rihanna. This is something I spoke about in the podcast when it happened, is like, one of the things I think Paris does really well, which I think helps things to go viral, is like those moves are like almost like a weird song that like sticks in your head. It's like, it's, you know, the thing where she put her hand behind her back and was doing that. It's such a weird move that you kind of want to do it walking down the road, or like when you're being silly. It's like it sticks in your head. And I wondered if that's part of a TikTok challenge, is like something that it's not just a generic move. It's something that sticks out so that you can't stop doing it, or it like fits on the music in a way that like you can't hear the song without seeing that move. Is this like, what sort of things A, do you think about when you're choreographing something, and B, like if you had to give tips for people choreographing, like what's the art of creating a TikTok challenge?
I think the song is the half of the work. Sometimes like when I hear a song, I'm like, oh, this song has a huge potential. But sometimes like when I hear some songs, even if we do a good hook or a good choreography on it, it's just gonna be, the song is flat sometimes. You know, when we, it's not like a hit. You know what I mean? This is the same thing. So choosing a good song, I think it would be the first thing.
Do you have any? Well, what makes a good song, or you just have to hear it?
I think it's really personal, the way that I can have the vision and say, oh, it might work. But it's sometimes there is a good song for certain people, certain audience, and that sometimes it's a song for global things.
For example, we never do, even if we like it, R&B song. Because this is a bit flat. In terms of energy and
like the vibe is
production.
just
and even if it's good, it's gonna speak only to the dance audience, the dancer. You know, we have a challenge going on. It's on 305 on Jordan and Bryson Tyler, and this song is only the challenge is on the dancer, like dancer only making this. And when we gonna start a trend, we want to reach like every like people, not people that don't like know how to dance especially, you know.
A large audience. When we want to reach a large audience, we know that I would say pop music is always a go-to. Reggaeton, and sometimes Afrobeat also.
Afrobeats, but not all the time.
Not all the time, and I would say also something very visual and very simple.
Visual and simple.
Okay. And the thing I think we realized also, like when we create a challenge or dance trend, when it's only based on one part of the body, like for example, like when we do a trend, we're gonna do only with the head. And it's gonna work because people are gonna be like, oh, it's one focus. It's not arm. And it's sometimes when people are gonna see it, I'm like, oh, I'm too lazy to learn. So when it's only with the hips, same. When it's only with the head, same. It works.
Interesting.
It tends to work better.
Because it's easy, like the point being, the easier it is for someone to learn it, the more chance they're going to do it.
For example, like we can, a mom like of 2 can learn it and say, oh, it's fun, you know.
And I would say the last thing, when it brings up something nostalgic to people. So, for example, we've done a dance on a song with Lisa, Doja Cat, and Ray. Born Again. It's for us is very funky. So we did something very funky on it, and people were like, "Oh, that brings something like very nostalgic to me." So
or very MJ vibe or something like that. So people are gonna just attach their emotion to that dance because they feel like it's.
I see.
And it's the same with the old songs, like even for Lady Gaga. For me, like the old songs of Lady Gaga will always work on TikTok because it's very emotional to people who like
Interesting.
So if we sum up songs, one part of the body only, like we used to do sometimes only shoulders. It's also like working. And good hook. We forget about this, but when you scroll, like. Oh, you're gonna get hit by the dance or
sometimes dancers, especially I see on TikTok, they start too long their videos. So I'm like,
like as in it takes too long to get into it.
It starts.
So I'm like, no, on TikTok it has to get to the point, but very fast.
No, no intro, no intro. You have to start right away. It works better. And the last thing we said is
nostalgic.
Interesting. Okay.
With our little experience on the dance challenge on TikTok, that's what we can say. That's
Okay, very interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting to see how you think about it. Okay, cool. Well, I think that's everything that we solved the crimes.
Solved the crimes.
We're gonna send the police to Sevdaliza's house. No, but thank you guys for being here. We've met, like, this isn't the first time we've met. Like, we've met, like, more personal circumstances, and I think you guys are great and amazing. I think the stuff you do is really cool. Like all the work that you do, all the fashion stuff, all the like. Even like your outfits, your photo shoots, like I think it's really cool. Your dance stuff is really cool. But I think you guys are just great people. Like we hung out in Paris last time, and like
thanks so much.
For me, that's such a big thing when it's like, not to be too sentimental, but like, you know, when I said this,
you are.
I am a little bit. I have my moments, but like I can't remember who I said this to. Will, I think I was saying it to Will. That it's like when someone succeeds, I love even more when they're nice people, because it's like you're succeeding, you're doing well in life, and you fucking deserve it. Like, so I feel like that with you guys, that I'm like, to meet you and like to see your success and how nice you are and how like much you care about the stuff that you care about. I'm like, it's just like, I'm so happy. I can just be like, I'm happy that you're succeeding and, you know,
thank you so much.
Get them. But thank you guys for coming through here while you're in London. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
So cool.
And guys, let us know in the comments what you thought of the episode, what you thought of these guys, what you thought of me. If you want to send me more horrible messages,
stop sending horrible.
And that's it. We will catch you guys next week, and that's it. Peace, guys.
Thank you so much.